So first of all, our Common Core standard really is triangle similarity. There you go. Triangle similarity. So this is our symbol. This is our symbol. It's not quite a congruent symbol because congruent means equal. Everything's equal, right? But if it's similar, we use this weird little, it means similar, okay? What does similar mean? Same shape, right? But different size. Okay, in fact, here it is. It says same shape, different size. All corresponding angles are equal and the corresponding sides are proportional, okay? So check it out. Example 1. The two triangles are similar, okay? Pair up the congruent angles and set up each side ratio. So here's what I know. It's kind of written a little bit backwards, but it sure seems to me like S goes to X. Would you guys go along with that? Sure, because they're 100 and 100, right? So I can say that angle S is congruent to angle X. Yeah, I'm totally for that. Looks like Q goes to Y, so okay, so go angle Q is congruent to angle Y. Yeah, totally agree with that. And then that means that angle R and angle Z would have to be equal. Remember we learned that third angle theorem? They have to be, right? So we know that angle R is congruent to angle Z. All right, so that's all we're going to do because it wants us to pair up the congruent angles. We did that. We paired up the congruent angles. We said S goes to X, they're congruent. Q goes to Y, and R goes to Z. Okay, great. Now, set up each side ratio. So I'm going to say, okay, you ready? 9 goes to 6, right? 9 goes to 6, as 13.5 goes to 9, as 18 goes to 12. So then I should be able to reduce these fractions and come up with what they call the ratio. What is the ratio? So if I reduce these, 3 to 2, 3 to 2, 3 to 2. Now if you use a decimal, I would never mark it wrong. But a ratio is a fraction, okay? If you change these to decimals, if you made this 1.5, 1.5, 1.5, I would never mark it wrong. But keep in mind, a ratio is a fraction. So 3 to 2, does that make sense? Okay, so try and keep it a fraction. Now, this one's written a little backwards. In fact, what would probably help me more than anything is for me to rewrite. I'm going to rewrite this one here. I'm going to just actually take it. I'm going to turn it over, okay, because I know the right angle's here. I know that angle goes there, right? So that I can put them all together, and I'll put this N here, S here, and P right there. And I like to do that because then, and I'm not much of an artist, you guys can tell it's terrible drawing, right? But I can now tell that they're supposedly similar. They don't look similar, that's because I'm a bad artist. 24, 30, and 18, okay? So it says, are the two angles similar? So first of all, if they're similar, then their ratios should be all the same, right? So let's set it up, okay? Because I don't know anything about the angles, but I do know that I can set it up where I can go, okay, 75 goes to 30, as 45 goes to 18, as 60 goes to 24, right? So I went, this side goes to this side goes to this side, and this side goes to this side, okay? You guys see it? I'm just putting the sides together. Now, what is it? So this might be where I might use a calculator, but I have actually a fancy button in my calculator. I do have a fraction button. 75 divided by 30. Watch. Want to see where I get it?
I can't see it.
Okay, you want to see how I can reduce fractions? It's a really cool button. Of course, these things do everything. It's in the math button. Fractions, that makes sense. Wouldn't fractions be found in the math button? Well, I got a math button right here, math. It says frac, which means fraction. Boom, reduces it for me. It's a nice button, isn't it? So it reduces to 5 halves, okay? So let's do the next one, okay? So 45 divided by 18. Let's find the fraction button in the math button. So I hit my math button, and there's my fraction. And it reduces it to 5 over 2. Okay, that's good. And then let's go 60 divided by 24. Yeah. How's that? Yeah, I can move it way up. How's that? So I'm going to go and hit my math button because there's my fraction. Boom. 5 over 2. Okay, so are the two triangles similar? Yes, because we know that all of their sides are proportional. What's the ratio of proportionality? 5 over 2. Now, here's what I want us to put. Now, the next time I'm going to say triangle. Ready? I'm going to go triangle LMJ. MJ is similar. See that little symbol? Similar. They're not congruent to triangle. Let's make sure we get L would have to go to P, right? So I'm going to go P. M would correspond to the N, right? And J correspond to S. So we got to make sure that corresponding angles line up, right? We've done this before, right? With with triangles.
Put J and J instead of L and J.
Oh my goodness, I did. L, thanks, Katie. I was getting ahead of myself. That makes more sense, right? Okay, example 3. Find the missing side. So first of all, let me turn this one around because it's kind of confusing. But I'm going to write it right down here so I can see it, okay? So the 6 would have to be that one, right? And the 4 would go there, okay? So find the missing sides. Well, right off the bat, I could find C. That's angle C, that's little c, okay? Angle C, little c, right? And there is my X, and my Y, and my Z. So if this is angle Y, that's little y, okay? So let's find C. Let's find C. So yesterday I said if we're going to set a proportion, I like to pick first what I don't know because it makes my fraction easier. So it's up to you. Isabel, I'll let you decide. Isabel, do you want to find C or Y first? It does not matter. C. So Isabel says C. So how about if I do something like this? C goes to 6, S6 goes to 4. See, I'm setting up C goes to 6, that goes to that, as that goes to that. We've got to be consistent, right? How about C goes to 6, S6 goes to 4. Keisha's like, no, Mr. Davies, I want to go 4 goes to 6, and 6 goes to C. Okay, I'll go along with that. And then Claire's like, no, I want to go 4 goes to 6 as 6 goes to C. Okay, I could do that too, but, you know, it's all going to work, right? So how about I go C goes to 6 as 6 goes to 4, right? You just have to be consistent. I'm going to multiply it by 6. C is equal to 36 divided by 4, which is 9. See how I did that? Really quite easy. Okay, so now this one is going to be 9, okay? All right, now let's find little y, okay? So little y, I might go y goes to 6 as 12 goes to 9. That's one way, right? I could go that goes to that, that goes. Or you might say, no, y goes to 12 as 6 goes to 9. Well, I could do that too. Or maybe you'd say, I don't know, 4 goes to y as 12 goes to 6, right? Ooh, that's an easy one because I can see it. If 12 goes to 6, then y goes to 4. What's y have to be? Yeah, you see that? But I'm going to set it up anyway. I'm going to say, okay, y goes to 4 as 12 goes to 6, right? Multiply up the 4. Y is equal to 48 divided by 6, which is 8. I saw that, though. I saw it was twice as big, didn't I? Nice. Okay, turn the page. All right. Well, this one's kind of backwards, so I'm going to redraw it. I'm going to redraw it down below. Okay, I'm going to draw this other one down here, there. If I redraw, I'll put the 75 here. I'll put the 30 here. And here's my Y, my X, and my Z. So for me, and some kids don't need to redraw it. Sometimes you guys can just see it. I know that some kids can't see it, so if I redraw it and put the orientation together, it makes it easier. You agree, if I redraw it, then you know for sure that this side goes to this side as this side goes to this side, right? You can see it, right? This side goes to this side as this side goes to this side, right? Nicole, why don't you hand me my phone? Please, I'll give it to you at the end of the period. Thank you very much. That way you're going to pay attention, aren't you? All right. Let's keep going now. So if I set it up, then I'm just going to go, okay, I can go my x plus 5 goes to 30 as my 4x minus 10 goes to 75. Or you could have gone this to this equals this to this. That'll work. Or maybe you go this to this equals this to this. Or maybe you went that to that equals that to that. Do you see there's like 24 different ways to set it up? As long as you're consistent, they're all going to give us the same answer, right? Okay, just got to be consistent. Okay, so let's cross multiply. So remember how we cross multiply? I'm bringing this up there. And I'm bringing this up there. Remember how to cross multiply? So I'm going to make it 75, thank you, times x plus 5 equals 30 times 4x minus 10, right? Now it's getting easy, right? 75x plus, I should know 75 times 5, but it is eluding my brain right now. 375 plus 120x minus 300. I'm running out of room, okay. So I just distributed that times that times that. Let's go minus 75x minus 75x. Might go plus 300 plus 300. Okay, I'm doing two steps because we know how to do algebra, right? Tell me you know how to do algebra. So this is a 675 equals 120 minus 75. 45x divided by 45. 675 divided by 45. I get a grid. Okay, but that's not the answer, is it?
Nope.
So let's plug it back in, right? Yeah. You sure can. Absolutely. And the reading, too. I'll give you copies of my one.
And then what's the
Chapter 7. Similarity. Okay, so then, if x is 15, let's plug that in. So let's put 15 here. So if that's 15, then this side is 20, right? If that's 15, I get 60 minus 10, which is 50. Thumbs up. Pretty easy. So the thing about similarity, it is on the state test, but it's one of the easier concepts. You guys agree? You just put together the corresponding sides, set up your fraction, and solve.